Hi, it's Rebecca Halliday and my friend
Ethan Wiley.
Ethan Wiley, and we're here at Riverbend Community School for Truthbomb Tuesday, episode 2 of 2019. And although I've addressed this before, ADHD Awareness Month was in October. In true ADHD fashion, we're late.
Yeah, that is true.
We're late to the game explaining everything. So, for those of you who don't know, Riverbend is a neurodiverse friendly school. So I have ADHD, as does my friend
Students.
Wiley over here. So Wiley,
Yes.
tell the fine folks about your experience with ADHD and what it feels like for you.
Well, as a student, and on neck, that's fine. As a student, I had a hard time with homework and all that because I'd keep forgetting, and then even if I was reminded constantly, it just wouldn't click. Then, just be given some, watching the teachers do something was very difficult for me because they would have to explain it several times for it to click and all that. So,
What do you feel like you wish? So I believe you. And I'm a big believer in that I think ADHDers are often misunderstood, and we feel very misunderstood to a fault sometimes. And I think with kiddos with ADHD, one of the biggest pieces is that as teachers, we're sure they heard us. We're sure they should get it. I already explained this. Are you familiar with this?
yeah.
I already told you 100 times. How come you don't remember? Because guess what? They just don't remember. They have poor working memory. They have poor short-term memory. So that means that oftentimes the things that you think are very simple and you wrote it down and they still forget, or unless it's posted somewhere online for them to access from home, if you just tell a kid out loud the thing, oftentimes they don't remember it. So Wiley is somewhat, a victim of this, somewhat just doesn't do it.
Yeah.
But it's also really hard for ADHDers to get motivated to finish a task that they're not interested in. However, real life is not like that. So what do you wish teachers knew about you or really understood deeply about you in terms of your ADHD? If you could give advice to any teachers.
I'm just thinking.
Okay. What would you say? What do you wish teachers really knew about kiddos with ADHD? And what's really hard for you?
That us kids who do have ADHD have a hard time processing stuff, and that it could be helpful for them to make sure that all the students understood instead of just flying through it. So actually taking a break and all that, just to make sure. Then even just being with the student and helping them with stuff would be a big improvement.
So one of the things Wiley had told me this year that he really kind of needed was a little bit more guidance and one-on-one. And for him, that really works when you sit down and you break things down into manageable chunks. That's such a great strategy for kiddos with ADHD because they cannot process too much information, just like he said. Another thing that with you, Wiley, I think is a big deal is oftentimes he says something and then instantly is like, that came out wrong, I'm sorry. So one of the things that he's amazing at that I want to give you a major shout out for is that he will say, I said this, I meant it as a joke, it came out the wrong way, and he'll recognize it, but not until later. That's such a big thing with kids in general, but for kiddos with ADHD, they're very impulsive and they do things before thinking. It's just true.
Yes.
But what I want to give him a major shout out for is I did this wrong thing. And not only will he admit to it, then he'll say, I think this would be a good consequence. And we'll go through what he thinks a good consequence for this. And he's pretty good at owning up to it. So he hates giving me high fives, but he has to because it's a video. Come on, full high. No, it'll yes. I just stole his soul a little bit. So tell me a little bit more about that. What happens when you get accused, or not even accused, but when you actually do the wrong thing? What do you feel like afterwards?
I know what I feel like. I'm just like trying to piece it in words, which
We
is
also-
another thing that, yeah.
We also have a hard time explaining what we mean.
So, yeah, basically it's like,
You keep explaining. I'm going to tell the kids to be quiet. Keep going.
okay, bye.
I'm coming back. What does it feel like when you do the wrong thing and then you realize?
So, it feels like I'm like, okay, so it basically feels like I've done something wrong and I really think it's bad, and like I should go apologize because, oh hi, you're here. Confusion. But yeah, I get like, I just can't really
Okay,
describe.
I'm going to explain it for him. This has happened many times where he does the wrong thing, says the wrong thing, either says something that seems rude, comes out rude. When I go to call him on it, he immediately is like, when I said this, I know it must have sounded terrible and I'm sorry and I shouldn't have done that. He's good at owning up to it. The thing that we want is to work on those executive functioning skills through meditation and mindfulness.
Now that just improves rage.
He will not give it a try.
No.
Someday, I hope that he will. However, mindfulness, meditation, all those things help build executive functioning skills, which this guy needs. We've also talked about medication a little bit. What do you feel about medication?
Well, drugs.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I tried medication when I was younger, but it just gave me massive headaches, and then it didn't really work, so then when I upped the dose, the headaches got worse and worse, so it didn't really work.
Gotcha. What do you think, as we wrap up our Truth Bomb Tuesday, is the truth that you wish people really knew about ADHDers? What's the biggest thing you wish people got about it? Because my biggest thing is that people think it's like just kids who are...
Like it's just like a joke.
Right.
It's not. It's brain stuff.
Brain stuff. It is a neurological condition. It is real, and it makes life as a student and as an adult more complicated, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, say if an adult were to be in a job, have a job or something, and they had ADHD, well, they probably won't arrive at the shift on time or something.
What?
You're late.
False. That's not correct, Wiley.
Keep telling yourself that.
Report cards are in less than 3 weeks. You mind how you speak to me, and he's right, I am late. But I'm working on it. Do you feel like you wish people would be a little bit more understanding of ADHD in general?
Yeah, and like more like involving with someone who has ADHD, like really supporting them, that is helpful.
Yeah, I agree.
guess.
He's a good kid. I like Wiley a lot. Thanks for sharing your truth with us today. One more high five.
No,
Will you say on camera that you will try meditation?
no.
Okay. All right.